people do. They will wink their eyes. You will know them when they stick out their tongues. It is not by chance that these celebrities do this. They are hailing Satan. You can't tell that this is a man with big hands. Big hands. Look where the dimple on his wrist is. He's got a massive hand. There he is in all his glory. The pair of them. Dudes. You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. And again, the wink in the eye, the sticking out of the tongue, and the dirty baffo. This is the world you were born into. You've got no way out. Well, there is one way out. You're going to leave the way you came in, as a spirit. You came in as a spirit, born into a woman. God breathed life right into you. He created you. He knitted you together inside your mother's womb. Whether you want to believe that or not, you were created in his image. It's a staggering fact. It really is, when you come to it, that conclusion that God's real and you are created in his image. These people don't want you to go back to source, to God. And God saw this. God saw what the devil did to his creation. So he intervened. If you want to have that faith. My faith is that God did intervene. Because he's a loving, merciful God. These people don't worship the same God you and I do. Your heart, your mind, no matter how many lies they've told in scriptures, God saw the gold and the gold was good. No, he didn't. Stop lying, you dirty jeweler. Because that's what we're talking about. Jewelers. Their jewellery is around the world. To get married, you've got to put a band of gold on your wife's forefinger. And same for you. And I understand the process, the ritual, if you like, of getting married. I understand it in God's eyes. But they made diamonds important to women on the wedding day. You've got to get me an expensive ring and a diamond to show you love me. God saw the gold and the gold was good. No, he didn't. Stop lying, you dirty Julie. I really want to swear. And the liars. I'm surrounded by liars. They pretend to be what they're not. Look at this upper arm, shoulder to elbow, is absolutely huge. Shoulder to shoulder is absolutely huge and flat. Look, it's not Toblerone shaped. This here with the jawline, it looks like Ailey B. Look at that! Ah, woo! Look at the size of. I didn't know what to do. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. Now you've got the wrong department. I'll put you through to paws and claws. Look at that male hand. You've got to be kidding me. For me now, when I see these creations, that's what they are. They were created in a laboratory on a slab somewhere, on a medical bed. You understand? On marble, a doctor created this using chemicals and surgery to fool me. The whole world's fooled. They can't see the very man that's sat right looking at them, look. A man with boobs. They don't even look like boobs. They literally look like pecs there, look. The shoulders too broad. The arms too long. The muscle too long. The fist too big. The wrist too thick. You see, no matter how many times they tell me you can't use the word God, you can't use the word Jesus, these are the words I use because they're universal. God is not going to be mad at me because I call him God. In my heart, in my very essence, I know who I'm talking to when I say God. Not the God of this world, I'm talking to the God who created this world and everything in it. The God of this world is Satan. I'm surrounded by Satanists. If I'm not, then why can I see this? Why can you see it? If you're not blessed like I am, I'm talking to natural people, all you flip-flops that are just tuned in, go yourselves. You lying bitches! Descended from monkeys, on a spinning ball. Space cars on Mars. Don't even get me started. I'm sick of this world. I'm not from it. I understand these words now from Jesus. Jesus said, remember, when the world hates you, it hated him first for spitting the truth first. And now you follow in his footsteps. A short, thin, narrow path it is. And they hate you for it. They hate you for it. For telling the truth, right? Everyone, your friends, your family, they hate you for it. For spitting the truth. I'll champion God every day of the week over Satan. These are all fake idols, fake champions. This is not a champion female tennis player. It's a champion male pretending to be a woman. If you can get your head around this process. If you can, I can't help you. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I find this whole situation ridiculous that grown-ass men and women cannot tell the difference in a human skeleton. Up until someone like myself spells it out for you. Remember, I learned from tutors and teachers that didn't teach me this way. I had to learn nearly all of it by myself. Because they weren't, what's the word I'm looking for? Scrutinous. They didn't want to give us all the angles, where ears should be placed, the arching eyebrow of a woman versus the straight across one, the pointed back head of a man. They didn't want to show you all this straight away. They definitely didn't want you to know the difference in a man and woman's face, because once you can tell that, I'm telling you, 50% of the job is done. When you do the gates, it's 100%. Once you know the gates. God created it this way because he knew that Satan was going to lie to us all. If even the flip-flops are being lied to, you think that Satan's going to tell you the truth and give you a luxury life in hell? You got no chance. As soon as your spirit's his, your soul is his, your soul, oh my gosh. Exactly, ladies. Before, I wouldn't have known that was a bloke. I'd have said that was still the female. She's just an Amazonian. No, it's a dude. Women are built differently, gorgeously. That's why all these celebrities dress up. They dress like tarts. They want natural girls to dress tartish. They want you to doll your face in makeup. That's the only reason they can get away with this. Makeup. When you see them without the makeup, it's way more obvious. That's a dude. Final answer. He looks like Brooke Shields. Anyone else seeing Brooke Shields? Wow, that really does look like Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is another one. Look at this. Brooke Shields. Bearing in mind, this one was portrayed in the Blue Lagoon as what? How old was he in the Blue Lagoon? As a naked young underage girl, right? It was meant to be, right? And a young underage boy. He looks like Lana Rhodes. Look at that straight body. My eyes. Now I can see this stuff. He was portrayed as an underage girl having sex on an island or whatever. There was another one even worse than this one with Brooke Shields. I can't remember even when she was younger than this. He was younger than this. Everything's reversed. It's a young boy who did it to. Children are not precious to them the way they are to us because we allow our children to be exactly what they're meant to be, a boy or a girl. We don't influence them with the nonsense that the children that have got to grow up in this propaganda days that we're living through, this revelation. Oh, where are we? Third. Oh, I thought I'd missed it. Tomorrow, innit? Tomorrow, 250 years. Your little season's up tomorrow, boys and girls. Innit? Tomorrow's the little season, 250 years up. If we're in the little season, everything will be revealed that we're in the little season. If we're not, we're still in Revelations. And the second coming of Christ is still to come. Pow. Mind blown. Right. Brooke Shields. Look at him now. Look at that square jaw. You got to be kidding me. Look at that. You've got to be joking me. That would not pass in a million. The cheekbones alone, look. The male cheekbones. Widest here. A head that narrows inwards, look. It doesn't bellow outwards. The wide mouth. The very square jaw. Remember, when they're young, they can get away with it more. When it's a young child. Remember, he hasn't had all the surgeries here. As he got older, look, he had the surgeries. And then when they get older, I just think they can't be bothered with more surgeries. After you've done it all your life, you're like, do I have to have my jaw chiseled down again, and have weeks or months off being a normal life, not be able to eat my food and everything? When they're younger, to anybody who's not got any skills at all, that looks like a young girl, doesn't it? A young teenage girl. To me now, the eyebrows and the brow bone alone are kicking in. But the face, it's the face, the giant face. It fills the skull. I've taught you many times that the male face is bigger and it fills the skull. The woman's face is smaller and it does not fill the skull. So when you see them like that, the face is too big. It gives them away, look, the face is too big. The mouth too wide, look at it. Brooke Shields. Shock horror. I never fancied this one. I don't have to apologise for this one, I don't think. I don't. Oh my gosh, look at them. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. 12-foot caterpillars, you say? Look, there's a place to put Mama's spicy meatball and literally roll it down into the crevice that'll fill it. This no longer. Sandra Bullock. Anyone else seen Sandra Bullock? There's a girl. There's a girl right there. Smaller face, look. Softer jawline. Pink lips. Beautiful eyes. Chocolatey eyes. Cadbury-filled eyes. Michael Jackson, you were gorgeous. If you'd been left alone, I mean. Not as you are. Is that Brooke Shields' son? Must be. Look at his neck. You're having a giraffe. Anyway, I've lost tangent again. I've gone off on one. We're back on this one. It looks like Brooke Shields. Straight legs, knees together. Aryna Sabalenka, whatever your name is. Are you in the back file? He is in the back file. Open up that. Drop this one onto Twitter. Dinka 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 dink. I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a mighty big man. She's a mighty big man. Walking. Let's put your gates together. That's in the way, but those knees are together. Trying to walk like a woman. Where's my diamond? Why are your feet looking at 6 o'clock instead of flicking outwards towards 4 and 8? Why are your knees looking forward at 6? There's one. Covered by the dress, but look at the side. Look at the... Hello, wildlife and fisheries. Yes, you've got the right department. Look at the size of them feet. It's a man, final answer. He's got big hands. Brooke Shields. Straight legs. Not straight legs, look. Women's calves. Is that the girlfriend? It must be. 5 head. Close set eyes. Open eyes, look. Not rectangular like Brooks here. Aryna's. You're done for. Is that him? We're done. Straight legs, look. Knees are together. That knee and foot's coming straight through. Knee looking straight forward. Foot looking forward, look. Women's legs curve. There's a I can't even explain it. It creates a beautiful diamond because both areas curve. The opposites, to, like above us, below, in the body. God's design is so beautiful. Does that look womanly? Are you paying attention, Neo? Or are you looking at the dude in the red dress? And again, knees are together. If that was a woman, I'd see a break there. Stair fail. We're done. Djokovic with a house between his legs, look. Draw the outline of a house, look. There's the wall, and then the roof coming inwards, look. You get this outline of a house, only with a woman. With a man, you don't get it. Straight legs, knees together, stair fail, giant foot again, knee and foot coming straight forward. That is a man, that is a woman. Even in posture, like that's not coming down the stairs. She's standing, look. This, look, trying to create a woman's posture. Remember, they go to finishing school. These boys are taught how to stand and walk like women. They don't do it all the time. Just when they know there's pictures being taken, they'll change stance. They'll change posture. 9 out of 10 times, you'll catch them just like this. Not paying attention. Because they don't have to. Well, they do now. Now that forensics is on the table, they do have to try. But still, they don't bother, I don't think. Because we find enough pictures of them as is. She's got beautiful calves again, hasn't she? Do you know what women's calves remind me? I've said this before, right? Skittles, like the body of a Skittle. You know, bowling Skittles.